All right, Shalom. It's Brother Kaya from the Gym. That's Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another lesson. Prior to getting started, as I always do, let me give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash, the bondage to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying, first and foremost, to the hopefully elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And it's today's lesson. I'm going to be speaking about the mental psychological stress that our people going through, man. All right, they got a hotline. I was looking at a suicidal prevention hotline, man. All right, and what's happening here? All right, our people are growing faithless, man. All right, our people are getting weak. They're succumbing to the wiles of the devil. All right. They're all right. They're defenseless. All right. They're without a succor. All right. They full of fear. All right. But they're fearing man. All right. And they're fearing what man can do to them. All right. So this is raising a high impact of suicidal rates, man. All right. Especially dealing with this jab, because there's a lot of things attached to this jab. All right, that people is stressing about. All right, mentally. All right, they're suffering from mental congestion, man. All right, due to all these changes that's taking effect, man, to the way that they live. You see, which is conducive to the way that Jake is gonna basically play his life out. All right, in other words, Jake gonna choose, okay, happiness or love. All right. The things that they like to do in life over the things that they need to do in life, man. All right. Jake gonna take laughter over mourning. All right. Which is not conducive to the spirit. You see? Because love is, you want to sit around and just say, I just want to have thoughts of happiness. Until that happiness get impeded on with sadness, all right? Or somebody come and make you recalculate those thoughts, all right? Because why? The comfort, all right? The comfort and I just want to have positive energy, I just want to have, and it's going to bring about a positive vibration. Well, we living in the times where it's going to be a negative vibration, man, all right? On various levels. And as you can see, all right, our people are completely just, behind the 8 ball with what's happening out here, man. All right. And one thing about change, all right, you got to be in front of change. All right. You can't change with the change. You got to be able to what? Identify that the change is coming, then make the adjustment. But I'm going to get into the impact of this jab on suicide rates. It says, could the source lead to a national suicide crisis? Here's what experts are saying. It says, we've already seen a steady rise in deaths by suicide over the past 2 decades, and a new report by the Well-Being Trust released last month found that 75,000 additional people could die from what they call deaths of despair, which includes suicide and substance use because of the jab. The risk factors for for the jab. All right. The physical symptoms of the novel, the source of the novel have been well reported for months, but it's the handful of psychological and sociological factors that are just starting to ring alarm bells. The combination of physical distancing, economic stress, barriers to mental health treatment, persuasive national anxiety, and a spike in gun sales are creating what JAMA psychiatry refer to as a perfect storm for suicide mortality. You see? And gun sales is increasing. Why? Because the people are in fear. But a lot of those people are using those guns on themselves, man. All right, because they don't know what tomorrow will bring. All right, are they uncertainty about uncertainty about so like they job security, man. All right, it's just all out havoc in the earth right now, man. All right, people don't know what to choose. You know, a lot of people choosing this side with the sauce. All right, which is gonna make their life more devastating. All right, for the days to come. It says suicide is likely to become a more pressing concern as the pandemic
What?
as the pandemic spreads and has longer term effects on the general population, the economy, and vulnerable groups. According to David Gunnell, professor of epidemiology at the University of Bristol and head of the Bristol Suicide and Self-Harm Research Group, and his research team, who recently published their findings in the Lancet Psychiatry. It says, and these projections are not with precedent. There's evidence that death by suicide increased both after the 1918 flu pandemic and the 2003 SARS outbreak. We're already seeing this with frontline workers. In the past few weeks, two stories stood out in the media. All right, New York City. All right, let me see this. Social distancing and isolation. The research has been clear on this one for years. Isolation and loneliness is bad for health, both physical and mental. According to a meta-analysis co-authored by Julian Holt Lundstedt, PhD, a professor of psychology and neuroscience at Brigham Young University, lack of social connection heightens health risks as much as smoking 3/4 of a pack of cigarettes a day, every day. There is robust evidence that social isolation and loneliness significantly increase risk for premature mortality, and the magnitude of the risk exceeds that of many leading health indicators. Hope Lundstedt says the jab has obviously exacerbated the problem. Almost 200 million people in the United States are under some kind of stay-at-home order, with most face-to-face socializing limited to members of their own household. That is, if they're lucky enough to live alone, like 35.7 million Americans do. And even in states where restrictions have been lifted, many people are still staying at home. Yeah, because of the fear. All right. At all this alone time is killing our mental health in general. One of the biggest concerns is suicide. It says, here's an in-depth report on how the jab affects the most common mental illnesses. One of the biggest concerns is suicide. All of the experts who study suicide for a living agree that social connections play a role in suicide prevention. Both suicidal thoughts and ideation are associated with isolation and loneliness. And they got a national suicide prevention hotline, in which I think they came up with in like 2020. All right. And they knew that people would, get in this type of state of stress, man. It says economic stress. The unemployment rate shot up to 14.7% in April, its highest level since the Great Depression. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Friday, and those numbers may actually be even worse. The government data comes from surveys conducted the second week in April, and by now many more people could be out of work, which is going to up the debt rate. And the many self-employed workers and other newly eligible for unemployed benefits aren't included in that figure. Also, the way the survey works is that it only counts people who are unemployed and looking for work. Given we're in the middle of a pandemic, now a lot of people are going on job interviews right now. The possible silver lining is that majority of those people counted in the unemployment number think that it's only temporary. That is a huge mental burden, you see? And all these things plaguing the mind at once, man, is gonna cause you to just lose your mind. All right. That's why I tell you in apocryphal, man, give not thyself over to what? Heavy thoughts. Don't burden yourself in your thoughts, man. It says, according to research presented by the Aspen Institute, 16% of suicides in the United States occur in response to a financial problem. Dr. Thomas Richardson, PhD, agrees that there is a strong relationship between debt and mental health problems. He and his research team did a big analysis of existing studies and found debt to be significantly correlated to depression, suicide completion or attempt, problem drinking, drug dependence, neurotic disorder, and psychiatric disorder. All right, so that's pretty much the point down. Get a couple precepts. All right, it's Ecclesiastes 8 and 6. I'm pretty sure you get the message. All right. It says, because to every, let's start at 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerning both time and judgment, which the righteous have discerned the time and the judgment of what's going on, man. It says, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him. You see? All right, this is because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery upon every man. All right. That's the word misery.
Strong's H 7451, Ra,
Yep.
Ra, and second entry, Ra,
Yep.
Ra,
Bad,
and
evil.
third entry, Ra'ah,
Yep.
Ra'ah.
Yeah, evil time, man. Eve meaning time and ill meaning bad. All right, malignant, giving pain, unhappiness, unpleasant. All right, it's the scriptures speak about, for many has walked in what? Unpleasant places, man. All right, so now the state of the world of the people, as it speak about in Second Esdras, the people is what? They're walking in unpleasant places, man. All right, especially mentally, man, which is in the what? In the spirit, you see. And the Lord have given them the what? The plague of the heart, man. Worse, sad, unhappy, hurtful, vicious in disposition, bad, unkind, wicked, all right, evil. All right. Yeah, man. Troubled, vexed. All right. It's in sorrow, wretchedness. All right. And this, this the state of the people right here, man. Just broken. All right. It says, therefore, the misery of man is great upon him, for he knoweth not that which shall be, for who can tell him when it shall be? All right. And that's why people don't have no security going forward, man. All right. The life is like a vapor. This James 4:14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. All right. For what is your life? It is even as a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. You see? And a lot of people are stuck and gone, man. They don't know what's going to come on tomorrow, man. All right. Yeah, missed. Yeah, they don't have no idea what's going on, man. They can't. They don't know what this ongoing thing, man. And what it does to people is it gives them a an, it's not an assurance. And our people look for assurance, man. All right. And the Father done made it to where, look, people are between a rock and a hard place. So now they are giving over to what? They are committing themselves to their hearts, and their hearts are failing them for fear. This Job 3 and start at 21. It says, which long for debt, but it cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures. So it said many people shall seek debt, but shall what? Shall not die. In Revelation, man. All right. And then they got many people who the Lord gonna allow their heart to, take them out. All right. It says, which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find a grave. So a lot of people is looking to find a grave to commit suicide, man. You see? It said, why is light given to a man whose way is hid and whom God had hedged in? All right. So if the Lord had you in it, put you in a situation, all right, the Lord ain't gonna give you no light. That is like life into a man. All right, like giving your life, man. Matter of fact, let's log in. That is not long in coming. You bet your dollar that. This is Rock 14 and 12. Remember that debt will not be long in coming, and that the covenant of the grave is not shown unto thee, man. All right. So, you're looking for it, but the covenant of the grave is not shown unto you. But hey, the Lord may give you debt, or the Lord may let you live, man. All right. The same book. Yeah, man. So the debt rate is through the roof really right now, man. This is a Sirach 41. And 2. O debt, acceptable is thy sentence unto the needy, and unto him whose strength faileth, that is now in the last age and is vexed with all things, and to him that despaireth and had lost patience. See, because that is a good thing. That's an escape route for Jake, right? But you're not gonna flee by debt. All right. The Lord gonna make a lot of you Jakes go through this thing, man. All right. Y'all gonna have to feel them pains, man. All right. Y'all gonna have to go through the wringer. All right. So that pretty much was the point, man. I just want to get to the point of, the inhabitants of the earth looking shaky, man. All right. And they trying to find an easy way out, man. But the Lord gonna make them suffer. All right. You're not going to be able to commit suicide, the mass majority of y'all, because why? The plagues of the earth got to torment you, man. All right. Because why? You refuse to hearken unto the Lord and come back into what? His law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. So since you're saying you refuse that, then the Lord like, well, hey, you going to have to take these L's I'm going to hand to you, man. And you going to have to go through, all right, everything. All right. Some people going to have to endure the plagues, the pestilence. All right. The run from the bear and the lion and the serpent. Jay going to do the famine. All right. Then ultimately Jay going to get the missiles, man. So Abarat the Zah, we stand in fear of the Lord. All right. And continue to please the Lord that we may gain mercy, man. That debt, don't seize on us, man. All right. Or if it do that, we die in our righteousness. But Abarat the Zah was edifying. Until the next time, I'm going to say shalom.